farmer's race. 19 fences in front of them, and Oaklands Elise, and jumped on at the back of the field. Twentypoundluck is the one that picked up under Paul Collins with a clear advantage on the approach towards the end of the back straight, leading by about 3 lengths over Midnight Oscar, who's just in second. They make the first of the turns, and is announced from the inside of Midnight Oscar, and 2 or 3 lengths back to Oaklands Elise as they cross over the fence before the home straight. Look like Johnny the Dancer was very slow at that fence. They make the turn on the approach towards the row of 3 fences at the home section of the track. The pace not that strong. They come down the turn and shape it towards the next row of 3 fences, numbers 3, 4 and 5. And it's Twentypoundluck first over it. The 3 first being live from the inside, bringing out Danny the Dancer. In the centre is Midnight Oscar, and towards this side is Oaklands Elise. Elise is tan keen to go over the middle of the 3 fences, which they all jump safely. Just a pedestrian pace, they race on towards the fence that will last 2 more circuits time. It'll become the 12th next time, but this time it's number 5. Twentypoundluck rather dived at it, and rider just had to sit tight, leads by a length and a half. Danny the Dancer on the inside, just second ahead of Oaklands Elise and Midnight Oscar. So now they make a right-handed turn. Oaklands Elise just a bit wide around that turn. An open ditch awaits them. Twice. The remainder taken on 3 occasions during the afternoon as they got that open ditch, and it was Twentypoundluck first over it by a length and a half. Danny the Dancer is just in second. Midnight Oscar keeps that one coming in 4 or 5 lengths back to the helm of Oaklands Elise. 1 more fence will take them to completion of the first circuit in the High Newcote Cottages Hub members, subscribers and farmers race. There's a turn, a sweeping bend into the back straight where they have 2 fences, and Paul Collins is reportedly in Twentypoundluck, quite scared of the before the open ditch, and he jumped that one okay, leads by a length and a half. Midnight Oscar has gone into second, just in front of Danny the Dancer, and still at the back of the field. Oaklands Elise, we've just gone past the point from where they started. They're approaching number 8, not quite halfway jumping department, and once again all 4 jump soundly. Fences here at the castle would be the stiffest, though in years gone by we've had some golden spills, particularly in the open ditch in the past. Coming out of the back straight for the second time, the cross fence is almost upon them. Twentypoundluck first over it. Midnight Oscar jumped past Danny the Dancer. That fence, the first time Danny the Dancer had a good look at it, and he was slower than was 2 in front of him at that one again. Oaklands Elise continues to be the back marker, but held up by Waugh. Now the first of 3 fences of the home straight. Twentypoundluck with the orange sleeves just in front, the sheepskin cheek piece. Midnight Oscar on the inside, the pink jacket, Danny the Dancer, maroon sleeves, and that marker is Oaklands Elise. Now the middle of the 3 fences, and Oaklands Elise blundered there very badly, but didn't lose much impetus, and Waugh was shot forward, but she sat very tight. It could have been a race departing move, but to be fair, Oaklands Elise didn't lose any ground at all as they crossed over that fence. That would have lasted a circuit's time, so that was at 12. They now have this short run to the turn, and then they'll catch sight of the open ditch for the second and final time. Twentypoundluck, Midnight Oscar and Danny the Dancer separated by length intervals as they went over the open ditch, and Oaklands Elise continues to be the back marker. Looks like the pace is being increased as they go around the next turn and on towards the first of the 2 down the back, number 14 of 19 in the curtain raiser. They begin to make the right-handed turn. Twentypoundluck just in front of Midnight Oscar. Danny the Dancer and Oaklands Elise closing up now. There'll only be 3 or 4 lengths between the quartet as they come towards the first of the fences along the back straight for the final time. To it now, Twentypoundluck just short up going into it. Midnight Oscar jumped almost level. This gap of 2 or 3 lengths, maybe a bit less, to the improving Oaklands Elise on the outside of Danny the Dancer. Racing behind the trees. When they reappear, they'll have 5 more fences to take as they come back into view. 20-Pound-luck and Midnight Oscar picked up 1 and 2. Oaklands Elise has closed up readily, having been last early on, has gone into a dispute of second place, and Danny the Dancer, the outsider of the quartet, appears to be struggling as they now race on towards the fence before the home straight. Under 5 furlongs to race from this point. As they crossed over the fence before the home straight, Midnight Oscar on the inside of 20-Pound-luck. 20-Pound-luck's being pushed along now as Midnight Oscar has gone on by a length and a half on the turn back towards the home straight. Oaklands Elise still holds every chance in third as they swing off the turn. Approaching the third from home, and it's Midnight Oscar first over it, tad out to his left, leads by a length and a half from 20-Pound-luck. Oaklands Elise is going to be produced towards this side. Danny the Dancer's only about 4 lengths behind them, but would appear to have a bit to do at the second from home. And it's Oaklands Elise has come there very strongly now to tackle Midnight Oscar. On the far side, 20-Pound-luck, to his credit, is boxing on. There's going to be 3 in line at the final fence. And as they went over it, 20-Pound-luck on the far side of Midnight Oscar. Oaklands Elise can't do any more. And on the flat to the finish, Midnight Oscar under a strong John Dawson drive has gone on to prevail. Pretty close between that one and 20-Pound-luck. Oaklands Elise was back in third, and Danny the Dancer last of all.